Okay, now we're ready for the chaf family. We've done the plural suffixes, plural more than one, saf, soif, and fix. At the end, you fix the letter at the end of a word. So we've finished all the plural suffixes. We've done exercises with each of them. We've looked inside Chumash straight away to see where they apply. Now we're ready for the chaf family. We're in Rabbi Winder's yellow banner. And chaf family, you or your. Chaf family, you or your. So we've got 4 types of chaf over here, and you'll notice there's a thick black line and then thin black lines. This tells me it's the beginning of a new set. So here's a set, 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 etc. This set here is the chaf family. Chaf means you or your. And we've got a symbol for the chaf family, and that's this symbol over here. It's a hammer. Why is it a hammer? Well, the hammer, as you know, in the melachas of Shabbos, what's the last melacha? What's the last activity? Oh, it's when you hammer a nail into the keli, coffin, whatever it is that you're building, the house, and that last bang is called makkah b'patish. That's the last bang you do in order to finish a product. You do that right at the end. So the concept of a hammer is it's the last thing you do is you bang in the last nail. So just the idea that this is soif at the end, we're going to use the hammer as our symbol for all the rest of the families of the suffix banner, the yellow banner. So you might look closely over here. You may notice what color is the top of the hammer. Oh, it's blue. We also have one which is pink. Which is your favorite color? Well, if it's a boys' class, they might say blue. If it's a girls' class, they might say pink. Now, that being the case, that could be a clue. Now, you don't have to tell this to the children. You just tell them this is the chaf family, you or your. They're probably going to come up with their own question. You do not have to push it on them. They may not be ready to notice. Rebbe, Mora, if all of these 4 mean you or your, cha, you or your, cha, you or your, chem, you or your, chen, you or your, why do we have 4 for the same thing? Good question. Manishtano, what's the difference between one and the other? And the answer is, well, let's figure this out together. You or your at the end of a word means you or your. Cha means you or your. Let's look at Chumash straight away and find examples where cha at the end of a word means you or your. And what we're going to find is that if it's a boy word, it's going to end with a cha. If it's a girl's word, it's a cha. So this is called masculine, this is called feminine. Male, masculine, feminine, for female. Oh, why do you think this is blue and this one's pink? Oh, because this is for boys, this is for girls. If you look very closely, you'll see right here, it actually says you as an extra clue that this is you, singular, and you, singular for a girl. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, this is interesting. Chem, you or your. Chen, you or your. Who can tell me why they think I've got 2 hammers together here for you or your, for chem, chem, masculine, male, man. Chen, feminine. Oh, who can guess why it's this way? Oh, you over here means you. It's 2 hammers, so that's plural. Blue means it's for boys, and pink means for girls. Oh, chem, you or your, plural. Chen, you or your, plural. So now we're going to look at examples immediately inside Chumash for where you see chem, chen, as you or your, male, singular, female, singular, male, plural, female, plural. And let the children start noticing themselves. You can direct them to find these places because your manual has a full list of all examples in the first 17 brakim, right up to the end of Parshas Lech Lecha, that will help your child direct their mind to find Perek Gimel Pasuk Hey or whatever it is, where they're going to find examples of cha, you or your, cha, you or your, chem, you or your, masculine plural, chen, you or your, feminine plural. So now let's look at some of the materials we have to help reinforce, once we've given them the gift of cha, you or your, ch. You are your chem. You are your chen. You are your... And again, I would not teach the difference between these four till the children themselves. One of the kids is going to say, Rebbe, why do you got four for the same meaning? And that's a moment when the fact that he's asking that question, you know for sure he's ready, but that will also perk it up in the eyes and minds probably of most of the kids. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't notice that. Why have we got four you and your? Once a child asks the question, Rebbe, Mura, why do we have four ways to say the same thing, you or your? That's a great question. That means at least that child is ready for the answer. Their mind is receptive because they're asking the question, it's bothering them, and it's most likely that they will, just by asking the question, cause many of the other children to say, I didn't think of that. That's a good question. Why are there four ways of saying the same thing? There are obviously no mistakes in Lashon Hatorah, and we're training the children's minds to notice that this is a perfect language. So that's what you want to call a teachable moment, where we'll bring in the symbol for a suffix, which we said was a hammer, because that's makabah patish. Teach the children that the last of 39 melachas is banging the nail in with a hammer. This hammer is yellow. Why is it yellow? Oh, it's the yellow banner. Oh, that's suffixes. So this is a symbol for letters at the end of a word. Why is this blue? Oh, blue is whose favorite color, girls or boys? Oh, boys. Oh, very good. And there's only one hammer handle and the blue top here, and it says U on it. Can you see the little U? Oh, that means you. This here is for a boy, and this one is for a girl. Can you see that? Very good. And who can guess why I've got two hammers? Oh, chem is you or your plural for boys or girls? For boys, very good. And chen is you or your for girls. Now, let's immediately look inside our chumash, and you can direct them because, as we said earlier, this is on page 146. Turning over the page, you've got examples in the first 6 prakim of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You've got 12 examples of cha, where it's you or your masculine singular, achalecha, your food, koelecha, your voice, lecha. Now that's an interesting word because it's made up of a prefix, lamed, and a suffix, cha. Le, to, cha, you, or for you. Oh, so lecha is its own word made up of a prefix and suffix. Sivisicha, we're going to learn eventually, sivisi means I commanded, cha, you, I commanded you. Chayecha, your life or your lives. So have the children, you can direct them. Oh, children, open up Perek Gimel, Pasuk Yud Zayin, chapter 3, verse 17, and find me an example of cha, where it means you or your at the end of a word. Look up at Perek Vav and find me 3 examples. Yes, you heard me right. Children, find me 3 examples of cha, which means you or your at the end of a word in Perek Vav. And as the children turn there, they'll be excited to see, oh, Rebbe, I've got it. Uvanecha, and your children. Very good. How do you know it's your children, not your child? Oh, because Rebbe, you taught us that yud, more than one, before the end of a letter, before the end of a word, oh, that means more than one. And there's the yud. Uvanecha, very good. V'ishtecha, and your wife. Unashei vanecha, and the wives of your children. Very good. So cha, yud, cha means you or your, more than one. So your children, very good. As the children start to notice this themselves, they're getting the message. You are the teacher who's here not to teach them everything, but to guide them to find the answers themselves. You give them the gift of the cha family. Teach them the definition, discrimination between one and the other, and they are good to go on their own. Don't teach them what these words mean. Teach them where to find examples of these words constructed in such a way that the cha is found at the end of the word. So these were just examples of the cha family, you or your, for male singular. Now send the children as they're ready for the next example. And here you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 examples where cha is you or your for female singular. Kadech, that's in chapter 24. Actually, these, by the way, are the only 8 examples in the entire Bereshis. Not first 18 chapters, all 50 of Bereshis. So that's an important point just for you as a teacher to realize, if I don't drill the kids crazy on ch as you or your feminine singular, it's not, don't drive yourself nuts about it because it only appears 8 times in Bereshis. But it's still a grammatical rule that's part of speech for the children to know. V'yim shol bach, that's in chapter 3, and he will rule over you. Kadech, your jug. Mikadech, from your jug. In the story of Rivka, when she was taking a jug of water to give water to both Eliezer and all the camels, etc. So you tell the children, open up Perek Chaf Hey, Pasuk Chaf Gimel, and find me 2 examples of where cha at the end of a word means you or your for a singular girl. Bevitnech, in your tummy, mimayich, from your womb. Benech, your son. Kachtech, take you. So these are examples. Now you'll move to the plural. I don't think you require me to go through every single one over here because I think you're getting the picture. But you're now on page 149, where you've got a good, I'll say about 12 examples. Lachem, lamed means 2 or 4. Chem means you or your. To you or for you. Very good. Einechem, ayin is eye. Einechem, in your eyes. Or be'einechem would be in your eyes. Einechem, your eyes. Dimchem, your blood. Itchem, with you. Uveinechem, and between you. Bivsarchem, in your flesh or in your meat. Well, it's probably flesh over here. Uveinechem, and between you. So lots of examples, and the same with chen. Where the children are getting lots of examples. Search for it in Chumash, be able to construct it yourselves. So these are the control cards. They're called control cards because it has the control of error, which means you can check if you got it right or not because the answer is on the back. The next level of this is the same idea of cards, but they're the sorting cards without the answer on the back. So here the child has to actually know, and if he doesn't, he's forgotten, no problem. Check it out. Where'd you go? Well, you can look at the back of your manual. I would let the children have access to the teacher's manual. On the back of the teacher's manual, you've got all the banners, so they can check on there. They've got all the answers over here in their bookmark. So here you will play match memory. You've only got 2 pairs over here, so you may want to add to this all the plural suffixes from the orange part of the yellow banner. You've got all the plural suffixes. If you want to add the brown banner, you've got all the prefixes. So the game gets more sophisticated, more challenging. But the examples are exactly the same. As you're building up on the yellow banner, we're going to be ready for the next family. But not before you've played with the sorting cards, you've played with the string wraps for the Chaf family, and you've played with the dice for the yellow banner. So that means you're going to throw a shoresh in the middle. It lands on, let's say, even, stone, and you throw another die and it lands on cha, avanecha, your stone. Will that make sense? Very good. If I were to put a yud between even and cha, what would it mean? Oh, your stones. Evanecha, very good. Or avanecha, very good. So these are ways where you're going to have the children playing games, activities, sorting cards, string wraps, the dice, the yedids, the fortune tellers. So you're drilling it in, drilling it in, drilling it in. This is not a learning in of itself. It's in order to do chazara, review in many, many different ways, so that when they are going full speed ahead, full force, only in Chumash itself, they're able to make sense out of the words that are constructed with prefixes, suffixes, shoresh in the middle. Once they're finished doing the Chaf family, they're ready for Rabbi Winder's book 2, workbook 2, which is the orange book, and they go straight to unit base, or unit 2. Unit Aleph is a review from plural suffixes from the previous part of the yellow banner. Now they go to unit 2, and they'll do the Chaf family. So here you've got very simple exercises that go in incremental levels of difficulty, where you've got examples of you or your hand, your hands, and they've got to be able to match it all. Lots of activities, exercises, cutting, pasting. Here they've got to figure out which are the correct ones over here. If they want brother, you've got achicha, with ach equals what? And they have to write over here, your brother. Cha means you or your, so it's your brother. Kachem. So kachem is kaf, like, plus chem means like you. So they've got to put the word you after the word like. So they're starting to pay attention to the way the parts of speech are sequenced, both in Hebrew and in English. So lots of exercises in Unit 2 that you'll send the children to as soon as they've played lots of activities with the actual materials that reflect that part of the yellow banner, the Chaf family. Now we're ready for the Mem Nun family. Hold on tight. If you're fully caffeinated, then we can get to the next part of the yellow banner. We have done the plural suffixes, we've done the Chaf family, you or your, and now we're up to the Mem Nun family, them or their. 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 Hem, hen, them or their. Oh, okay. So we're going to sing the banners all the way up to wherever we are up to. And as you see, there's a dividing line, a thicker line here that tells me it's the end of the Mem Nun family. And straight away, we'll tell the children, this means them or their. Let's look for examples in the Chumash immediately. We're not waiting till January. That's when we're going to learn formally every pasuk from beginning to the end of each parasha. But in the meantime, we're giving them the minimal skills in order to be able to make sense of the Chumash when they get there. So straight away, let's get them familiar with Chumash, break any fear they have by going straight away into the Chumash itself and look for examples. So, Mem Nun family, them or their. Hem, them or their. Hen, them or their. Are you sure? Check it. Yes. Okay, here are our control cards. Children, who can tell me why I've got two hammers, and they don't say you on them? Oh, this is for them. Boys or girls? Boys, very good. And pink is for girls. Excellent. So this is them or their. What's the first thing we do? Straight away go inside Chumash. Okay, so let's look at the Hem family. Let's see where we can find Hem. Oh, Perek Aleph, Pasuk Chaf Aleph, Liminehem, 2 or 4 their types. There. Oh, Lahem, to them. So Lamed is actually a prefix. Hem is a suffix. So it's similar to Lecha, to you, or for you, is Lahem, to them or for them. Another example is Hahem, them. Mipnehem, because of them. Oh, children, can you please look at Perek Tes Pasuk Chaf Gimel and see if you can find me 4. Yes, you heard me right. 4 examples where hem means them or their. Oh, very good. Chaim, your hands up first. Shenehem, both of them. Very good. Which part of Shenehem is both? Oh, Sheni. Why? Oh, because Sheni means twice. Very good. Shenehem, them, both of them. Avihem, their father. Ufenehem, and their face. Very good. Avihem, their father. Very good. Begoyehem, in their nation. Very good. Mehem, from them. Alehem, upon them. Lots of examples. Send them straight away and start getting them familiar with how a noun or a verb gets adjusted with this suffix. Now go to the hen, where you've got examples of them or their for feminine. So now let's look at examples of hen, them or their for feminine. So Perek Dalet, Pasuk Dalet, we're on page 151. Send the children to that Perek and look, let them find Mehalvei hen, from their fat. Very good. Perek Yutes Pasuk Ches, et hen, them. Very good. Bahen, in them. Avihen, their father. This is in Perek Yutes, so that would be Lot's daughters, their father being Lot himself. Avihen, their father. You have it again in Pasuk Lamed Hey in the same Perek. Mi'avihen, from their father. Lahen, to them. Acharehen, after them, in reference to Nashim. Acharehen again. Acharehen, several times. So lots of examples where you want the children becoming more and more familiar straight away inside Chumash itself. And then they're going to, of course, play with the sorting cards for hem and hen. And that would be exactly the same as we've had in the past, where they're going to have the English and the Hebrew and turn them over. Let's mix these with the Chaf family, maybe even with the plural suffixes from the orange part of the yellow banner, maybe even with the prefixes on the brown banner, and before you know it, you've got a much more challenging game between all the previous suffixes so far. And as they are ready, we'll go to the un, mn part of Memnun family, which has the same meaning, and straight away, as we teach that to the children, is and on, and on, M and N, and check on the back, them or there, them, and now straight away let's look for examples in Chumash. So you'll send them to page 152 for the masculine version of male. Here you have Oisam, them, Tziva'am, their army, Bihi Baram, when he created them, Baram, them, Vayal Bishem, and he clothed them, in reference to Hashem clothing Adam and Chava. He Baram, he created them, Lekulam, to all of them, Sfasam, their lips, Oisam, them, Chayfitzam, he scattered them, Rechusham, their belongings, Itam, with them, V'yakem, and he hit them, Vayirdefem, and he pursued them, Oisam, them, Ledoirosam, for their generation. If it would be generations, it would be Ledorosehem. So you got the A, more than one, them, Doirosehem, their generations. But here it's Ledoroisam. We're doing M, and N. And now we're ready for the N and on, which is the same concept, but obviously it's for feminine. So you're now on page 153, and there are not that many examples. Here, there's actually a note here. There are no examples in the entire Chumash Bereishis. There are only 7 examples in the entire Chumash, and all 7 are listed here, where you have on, them, or there in reference to female. V'chol hanashim asher nasa liban oisana b'chochma tavu es ha'izim. So here, liban means their mind or their heart, and it's referring to nashim, women, so therefore it's with a nun. Vayikra Yudches Pasuk Tes, that's talking about the various types of forbidden relationships. So it says, Tigale Erva son, revealing their erva. So on again means there, and it's reference to Nashim. Bamidbar is the third example, and we're in Perek Hav Zayin, Pasuk Hey, Vayakrev Moshe es Mishpatan, and Moshe brought forward their judgment, Mishpatan, in reference to the B'nai Slavchad, Lifnei Hashem, in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Perek Lamed Vav, Pasuk Gimel, which is also talking about B'nai Slavchad. V'hayu le'echad m'bnei shivtei v'nei Yisrael l'nashim, v'nigra nahalason, and their inheritance was lessened. So nahalason, their inheritance. An is them or their, feminine. All the other 3 are the exact same word, nahalasan. So you don't have to drill the kids too crazy on the an, because as you see, there's only 7 examples in the entire Chumash, none in Bereishis whatsoever. And now we're ready for the next part of the yellow banner. So you have the children singing every day all the banner. They're up to the Memnun family. With the Memnun family, they're doing materials with the control cards, the sorting cards, the dice, the yedids, the fortune tellers, the string wraps for all the various parts of the yellow banner. And now, having done so many of the materials on their Memnun family, they're really ready for the exercises in Rabbi Winder's workbook base. That's in Unit 3, the Memnun family, which corresponds to page 23 onwards. You have lots of exercises for the children to work on with the Memnun family. Hem, hen, them or there, Memnun, them or there. And it mixes with the Yud, plural, So, Gemalehem, their camels. Gemalam, their camel. Gemalehem, their camels again. Lots of examples where the children will really be reinforcing the Memnun family. We're now ready for the Hey family. She, her, or it. Hey family, she, her, or it. Ahana, she, her, or it. Ahana, she, her, or it. As you see on the banner, again you have the separate family demarcated by the thicker black lines. Now we're ready to look at some of the materials that reflect the Hey family, she, her, or it. So we're up to the Hey family, she, her, or it. Ahana, her, or it. Now, we go straight away into Chumash. So children, on page 156, you can reference to the children. Open up your Chumashim at Perek Aleph, Pasuk Chaf Daled, chapter 1, verse 24, and find me 2 examples where Kamatz Hey means her or it. And hopefully they'll come up with the 2 examples. Lemina, to its kind. Perek Beis, Pasuk Tesvav, Le'avda, to work it, in reference to Gan Eden. Oh, the Gan, which is a feminine word, to work it. Ula Shamra, and to guard it. The is she, her, or it. In this case, it's an it, because we're not referring to an actual person. Let's look for another example. Oh, good. Vatikach mipiriyai v'toichal vatiten gam le'isha. And she gave to her husband. Ima, with her. Vayoichal, and he ate. Actually, will eat. So that's in Perek Gimel, Pasuk Vav. Perek Daled, Pasuk Yud Beis. Kitavoid es hadama loy toisef tes kaicha. The ground will not continue to give of its strength or her strength. So kaicha is it or her in this case. Asher arara Hashem, which Hashem cursed it in reference to the ground, which is Adama, which is feminine. Oisa, her. Rahaba, koimasa, her width, her height. That's in reference to the teva, which is also a feminine word. So these are all at the end of a word, which means her or it. Moving forward, there's much more examples on that one. We'll move forward to the ha, she, her, or it. So Perek Aleph, Pasuk Chavches, Vayoyim alehem Elokim, Pururvu, Milu es haaretz, v'chivshuha, and conquer it. Aretz is a feminine word, kivshuha, conquer it. Let's look at Perek Daled, Pasuk Yud Aleph. Ve'ata orata min adama, you are cursed from the ground. Asher patzta es pia, which opened its mouth, in reference to the ground, which is feminine. Piha, its mouth, or her mouth, in reference to the ground. Ta'aser, you shall make it. All these are examples. Ve'yachashvea, and it will be considered to her, or to it, tzedakah. So these are all examples where the or ha mean her or it. And then the last example is na. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 examples that you will find in the entire Bereshis. Basa tachtena, the flesh beneath her. Bitsida, on its side, in reference to the teva. Perek Zayin, Pasuk Yud Daled, Lemino, to its kind, in reference to the animals. Kum hitalech ba'aretz la'arka u'l'rachba ki lecha etnena. Arise and go to the land, or in the land, to its length and its width. Why? Ki lecha, because to you, etnena, I will give it. The land is an it or her, and therefore it's na. Ula yibane mimena. This is in reference to taking on Hagar as a co-wife. So Saramenu says, Ulai, perhaps, ibane, I will build a family, mimena, from her. So here are examples. Another example, mimena, from her, which means from her or she or it. So the next thing to do is games. You've got the controlled cards. Then you go straight to the actual sorting cards. So you've got ahana, and because they are blank on this side, on the other side, you'll play match memory games, which we've seen before. After that, you can play with the string wraps, play with the dice, etc. And then eventually go to Rabbi Winder's workbook base, pages 50 to 55. You've got 6 pages there, full of exercises on the Hey family, ahana. And now you're ready for the Vav family, him, his, or it. We are now ready for the Vav family, him, his, or it. Vav family, him, his, or it. Vav, who knew. Vav family, who knew. Him, his, or it. Now we go to the control cards, and then the sorting cards, and then all the materials. Vav family, him, his, or it. Vav family, him, his, or it. Often with a sound. Check it. Yes, him, his, or it. Who? Him, his, or it. No. Him, his, or it. Remember, these are suffixes. They're at the end of a word. So the first thing we're going to do after we've introduced the gift of the information, quickly hazard it with the control cards. Then we're going to immediately look inside Chumash. You guide them. You've got the list here on page 160 for the Vav family, him, his, or it. And you ask the children, who can open up at Perek Aleph, Pasuk Yud Aleph, and find me 2 examples where Vav means him, his, or it at the end of a word. And sure enough, they will come up with liminai, to its kind, zar'ai, its seed, or his seed, Perek Aleph Pasuk Chav Zayin, Bitsalmai, in his image, Bara Oisai, he created Oisai, him, his, or it, Perek Aleph Pasuk Lamed, by. Oh, that's another word which is a combination of a prefix, base, in or with. I, him, his, or it. I, by means in him or with him. Perek base, Pasuk Aleph. We say every Friday night. Vayechulu. And he finished it. U means it. Oh, he finished it in reference to the Bria, the creation of the universe. Hashemayim ha'aretz v'chol tzivakam. Hashem finished everything and all their all their stars, all their constellations. Perek base, pasuk base, melachtai, vayechal Elokim bayom hashavi'im melachtai, his work. Mikol melachtai, from all his work. I, him, his, or it. So these are all examples of I, where it's him, his, or it. Kenegdai, opposite him. Lie, to him, that's Lama 2 or 4. I, him. Lie, to him or to it. Moving forward to examples of who. Who, him, his, or it. So immediately search for examples in Chumash. Perek Aleph, Pasuk Yud Beis. Liminehu, to its kind. Perek Beis, Pasuk Tesvav. V'yanichehu, and he left him in Gan Eden. Perek Dalet, Pasuk Ches. Vayahargehu, and he will kill him. Oh, who means him, his, or it. Achiv, his brother. So again, lots and lots of examples, and we'll close with Nu, him, his, or it. Nu, him, his, or it. Achlecha mimenu, from him. Mimenu, from him. Teshufenu akev. He will squash with the heel. Mimenu, from him. So that most of the examples of Nu are from Mimenu, from him or from it. So once you've done the control card, you'll go to the sorting cards, play match memory. Of course, you'll add on the Hey family, she, her, or it. And if you want, add on the suffixes for the Chaf family, the Mem Nun family. If you want to add on even the plural suffixes, you'll have a much bigger match memory game. But it's all Chazara. It's constant review in lots of different ways. Again, with the Yadids and with the string wraps and with the dice. And you can always check with your chart, with your bookmark, which has all the answers. And most importantly, which I was going to introduce later, but it's really appropriate now, you've got here for the first 17 chapters of Bereshis, you've got a color-coded Chumash. So you can send the children where they're going to see, ha-yamim, the days. The hey is the definite article, and it's blue. Im is plural. Im, I should, more than one. So that's in orange. May, that's more than one of Ume, and the waters of Hashamayim, the heavens. Hey is blue, and Im, more than one. Hashamayim, the skies, the heavens. May ice. Ice, Im, ice, yud, more than one. May is 100. May ice, hundreds. So you can almost learn grammar literally from the color-coded Chumash. So you can have the children look inside the color-coded Chumash. You can have them color-code each one of these when they you give them out photocopies of a whole chapter of Chumash, and let them find the Vav, color it in green at the beginning of a word. Let them find a Mem at the beginning of a word, color it in brown. Or let them find the I who knew, Vav who knew, or the Hey ha ah na for the her family, and you'll have them coloring in, even writing in if you want the actual symbols on top of the word, so they're showing their understanding of the part of speech that it refers to. So these are lots of ways to reinforce the children's understanding of the breakdown of words, even before they're learning Chumash formally and sequentially from the beginning of Bereshis all the way, hopefully, till the end of Tanakh. We're ready now for the miscellaneous family at the end of the yellow banner. So we're almost at the end of the yellow banner, the suffixes. We are now up to I, me, e, me, oh, my, ni, me, nu, asor, our, nu, asor, our. So again, we're going to review this every single day, chanting it, and as soon as we teach each new suffix, what are we going to do? Straight away look inside Chumash, and using your teacher's manual, you'll be able to guide the children as to where to find that particular suffix. So starting with I, as you will recall, the dark black lines close the families. So this is a miscellaneous family, that's why we put it right at the end. And I means me. Not to be confused with the I on the orange part of the yellow banner, referring to plural suffixes, where I over there means my. So for example, banai, my sons, plural. Benoisai, my daughters. Batai, my houses. So there are examples where it's clearly plural, but we're referring to here, I means me. Whenever a child might have confusion or not sure, oh, which one is it? Because obviously the Chumash is not color-coded. We do have a color-coded Chumash where the child will look for examples, but in regular Chumash it's not color-coded. So how will they know which one is it? Is it I as in me, or is it I as in my for plural? And the answer is, just look at the context. Teach the child, oh, let's be a detective. Look at the word before and the word after. And when you put it together, figure out which makes the more sense, me or my. And that's where the child will be able to figure it out themselves. So, I, me, and straight away we'll look inside the Chumash and you'll direct the children for examples. There are only about 4 examples in the entire Chumash Bereshis, so you don't have to drive the kids crazy drilling this particular example, but Perek Dalod, Pasuk Yud, that's chapter 4, verse 10. Vayomer me'asita kol d'mei achicha tzayakim elai. Hashem says to Cain, what have you done? All the bloods of your brother, tzayakim elai, are screaming elai to me. So there, I means me, and it's not plural, it's singular. 6:13, what a great number. Perek Vav, Pasuk Yud Gimel, chapter 6, verse 13, where Hashem spoke to Noach. Vayomer Elokim leNoach, Hashem spoke to Noach, Kates basa bar lefanai. The end of all flesh has come before me. I means me. Third example, Perek Yud Gimel, Pasuk Tes, Haloi kol haaretz lefanecha hiparedna me'elai, where Avram Avinu says to Lot, when they split up and Lot went to Sodom, so Avram Avinu said, the entire land is before you, hiparedna, please separate me'alai, from upon me. I, me. So those are some of the examples. Last one, well, you'll check it's on page 143. Page 143 are all the examples of the I example, and the symbol for all these three, I, me, me, or my, me, is this Makaba Patish. Do you remember the hammer, which is the last malacha, signifying this is at the end of a word? So that's our symbol for a suffix, and the M on the hammer part of the hammer at the top of the handle tells me it's me or my. So those three are I, me, or my, me. So let's look at the next example, me, or my. There are many examples. Again, I'm just going to give you a few of them, and you'll see how the child will have to figure out themselves if they're not sure if it's a me or my, because it can mean either. Can mean either me or my. So, Perek Dalet Pasuk Yud Dalet, chapter 4, verse 14, where this time Cain is speaking back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ha'isi na v'nad ba'aretz, I will be wandering throughout the land, V'haya kol moitz I, whoever finds I, me, at the end of the moitzi, whoever finds me, Yehargeini, will kill me. So there you've got I at the end, which means me. Perek Dalet Pasuk Hav Hey, chapter 4, verse 25. Vayed Adam oid es ishtai v'teled ben v'tikra et shmai Shes. So Adam had yet another son. This is after Cain killed Hevel. And he called his name Shes, ki shas li Elohim, because Hashem has granted me. So there it is, li, to me. So me. It can be my as well. We're going to see in a few moments. Chapter 9, verse 17, Perek Tes, Pasuk Yud Zayin, Vayom Elokim El Noach, Zois Ois HaBeris. This is the sign of the covenant of the contract. Asher Hakimoisi Beini Uvein Kol Basar. That I am making between me, Beini, between me and all Basar, and all flesh. So can mean me. Examples where it can mean my, it's Perek Beis, Pasuk Chaf Gimel. I'm just telling you these examples. You're going to guide the children. You've got it in your teacher's manual, page 144. So in Perek Beis, Pasuk Chaf Gimel, chapter 2, verse 23. Vayoim ha'adam, zois ha'pam etzem me'atzamai uvasa mibsari. This time, the flesh is from my flesh. Uvasa mibsari is my flesh. Perek Dalet Pasuk Tes, Vayoim Hashem el Cain, Hevel achicha, where is your brother Hevel? Vayomer, and Cain answers back, Lo yadati, I don't know. Hashomer achi anochi, am I my brother's watchman, bodyguard, safekeeper? So achi is brother, achi, my brother, me or my, me or my. The last example in the family of me or my is ni. So again, send the children immediately into Chumash, guide them, tell them, this is page 145 by the way for your reference, tell them, go to chapter 3 verse 13. What is this that you've done? When Hashem spoke to Hava, and the Isha said, Hanachash hishiani. The snake persuaded me. Ni means me. Perek Dalet Pasuk Yud Dalet. The example again where Cain said, whoever finds me, Yehargeini, will kill me. Ni means me. Chapter 16 verse 2. Sarai said to Avram, Hine, behold, na atzarani Hashem miledes. Hashem has held me back from giving birth. Atzarani has held me back. Ni means me. There are a number of other examples, actually quite a few, and they're listed in page 145. So that takes care of these three items where it's either me or my. And the last one, nu. Asor our. Nu, asor our. Our symbol for asor our is 3 hammers joined together, like we're coming together, us or our, it's plural. And because we share together, we are sharing just one nakuda. So as soon as you've introduced the new suffix, nu, us or our, the first thing you want to establish is there another place on the yellow banner, clue, where nu appears as well? Oh, we have it over here as well. Oh, and that's part of the him, his, or it family. The vav family. Him, his, or it, vav, hu, nu, him, his, or it. What's the difference between this nu and that nu? They sound exactly the same. Nu, and the answer is, oh, this one has 2 dagishes, and this has 1 dagish. Oh, and this means him or his, and this means us or our. So how will you know which is which? What's the way I'm going to remember that nu with 1 dagish is us or our? Oh, because we share 1 dagish together. It's our dagish. Yes, it belongs to us. Oh, not like him. He is greedy. He likes 1 in each ice. Him, his, or it. So you can keep asking the children, oh, which one is which, until they get it. Shouldn't take that long. But you're sending them straight into Chumash to find examples. So now, examples in the Chumash. Send the children immediately for examples of nu, with 1 dagish. We share our dagish together. Where you'll find that in the Torah, where it means us or our. So on page 154 in your manual, you've got a long list of all examples in the first 50 prokim of Chumash Bereishis. There are only 50 prokim in Chumash Bereishis. So, for example, in Bereishis Perek Aleph Pasuk Chaf Vav, Vayom Elokim Nase Adam B'Tzalmeinu. Hashem said, "Let us make man in Tzalmeinu, our image." Nu means us or our. Obviously, it's spelled there with 1 dagish. Perek Hey, Pasuk Chavtes, chapter 5, verse 29. Vayikret Shmai Noach, Lemar Ze Yenachamenu. This reference to this child, Noach, will be our comfort. Mima'aseinu, from our hard work, our hands. Umitzvan Yadenu, and from the hard work of our hands. Oh, so you got nu 3 times in that one pasuk, and each time it means us or our. So that's an example where I wouldn't have necessarily told that to the children. I would ask them, oh, children, open up Perek Hey, Pasuk Chavtes, and find me 3 examples of nu, where it means us or our. So you're priming them and giving them a clue. That's how many examples they're going to find in one pasuk. Perek Yud Aleph, Pasuk Dalet, Vayoimru, Hava Nivne Lanu, let us make a building for ourselves, Lanu, to us or for us. Oh, nu means us. So actually, lanu is you could argue it's a separate word in Chumash, but actually it's a fusion of lamed, which is a prefix, and nu, which is a suffix. Lamed means 2 or 4, nu means us or our. So lanu means to us or for us. One more example. Perek lamed, pasuk chavav. Vayoma lavan, lo yasechen b'mimkomeinu. We don't do this in our place. That's not our minhag. Bimkomeinu. Oh, nu at the end there means us or our place. So those are examples. You'll find on page 154. You've got the control cards. I, me, or my. Back of the card tells you what it is. These are the control cards. Control means you can figure out by checking on the back. Ni, me. And then you've got the sorting cards. That's right, sorting cards. So here we are with the sorting cards for the last part of the yellow banner, suffixes. Here's us or our. Here's our symbol for my or me. We're going to put those aside for now. And we've taken out the relevant cards from here for the last part of the banner. And one activity is to match off I, which means me. E can be me or my. Ni is me. Nu is us or our. What we'll do now is shuffle the cards and lay it out upside down. I think I'll go first. How about you? No, me. Okay. Ni. Ni, I think, means me or my. Nope, not a match. Okay, your go. I think I'll take your turn. I is me. I. Very good news, actually. No. No, that's us or our. I don't like this game. I mean, sorry, I was just, it's very interesting that kids reveal their true character when they're in competition, and that's also a clue to the teacher of how to deal with the kids. But I think you got the point of how this works. Eventually you'll get a pair, then it's your turn, and you hopefully will win a pair. And if you indeed find a child that is a slightly not good loser, I can't imagine such a kid, but some adults are like that. But if you do, then that's great, because then I know to work on that aspect of the child's growth as well. So this is the simple game of match memory. You can play team games with the same cards. And eventually, what you're going to get to is the All Mix card pack. So now, for the All Mix. What does that mean? Well, we've played lots of games, team games, match memory. You can play Go Fish. You might not have enough cards in this particular family on the yellow banner to play Go Fish, but you'll add on the him, his or it family, her, she or it family. You add on the chaf, you or your family, them or their family, and you're going to have plenty to play Go Fish. In the middle, you give out the cards, 6 to each child. They take turns. Do you have me or my? And they've got to give you all their me or my's. Do you have us or our? And the person you ask has to give it to you, and if not, they say, Go Fish. So they pick up from the middle, they add to their cards, they've got a bigger chance of creating a set. Eventually, once they've done lots of games playing with the activities on the prefixes and suffixes of all the 4 banners, then they're going to go to the All Mix. What is the All Banners Mix? Well, that's quite simple. What you've got here are all the banners, English and Hebrew, and it's not color-coded. So this time, what the children have to be able to do is, because they have practiced this so much, between all the sorting cards and the string wraps and the dice and the yedids, the fortune tellers, then you're going to mix this up and play Go Fish with this. Play match memory, not the whole in one go. But here, obviously, the child has to know what they are based on the fact that it's all blank. They're mixed up, so it's not color-coded. They have to really know which prefixes and suffixes belong to which banner. They'll know which is the past tense, which is the future tense, which are prefixes, which are suffixes. Welcome to the future tense. It's the red banner. We're going to go through this. We're going to sing it, and then we're going to break it down into each one. We're going to sing it every single day, routine and ritual. Oh, it takes a few seconds. Through osmosis, the children will be understanding each one of these refers to a different prefix, suffix on the future tense banner, the red banner. Aleph, I will, Aleph, I will, Yud, he will, Yud, he will, Nun, we will, Nun, we will, Ya-oo, they will, Ya-oo, they will, Ta, you will, Ta-e, you will, Ta-oo, you will, Ta-na, you will, they will. So we're going to sing the banner every single day. When we learn each one, we'll learn a symbol for them. So for example, Aleph, I will. We've got one downstroke here with the arrow pointing in the direction of the text not yet read, the future. So the arrow is red for red banner, future tense, and it's pointing in the direction of the text not yet read, future. One downstroke means one person. So Aleph, I will, Aleph, I will. Immediately send the children to Chumash. You have in your color-coded Chumash every single Aleph which has been color-coded in red, and in your manual, you've got every single example where Aleph in front of a verb means I will. So on page 170, you can go through, you can call the children and say, oh, children, look, open up at Perek Beis, Pasuk Yud Ches, and you'll read for them the words E'eseh, Eza Kenegdoi. E'eseh, Aseh means do, E'eseh, I will do. So E'eseh, Eza Kenegdoi, I will make a Eza, helper, partner, Kenegdoi, against him. So that's in the Pasuk referencing Lo toiv heios adam levad. It's not good for man to be alone. So Hashem says, I'll make a partner for him. So the Aleph e'eseh. You're given lots of examples. You'll find them in here. Chapter 3, verse 16. Arbe, I will increase. Chapter 6, verse 7, in reference to the Mabul, the flood. Emche, I will erase Esa Adam, mankind. Chapter 8, verse 31. Oisif, I will increase. Chapter 12, verse 1. Vayom Hashem el Avram, lech lecha me'artzecha, umi moiladatecha, umi beis avicha, el haaretz asher areka. Go to the land, el haaretz asher, which areka, I will show you. I will make seen to you, literally, but areka, I will show you. Chapter 12, verse 2, va'avarechecha, and I will bless you. Cha at the end means you. Barech, bless. Avarech, I will bless. Ve'avarechecha, and I will bless you. So you're helping the children recognize where the aleph adjusts the meaning of the verb. Chapter 12, verse 3, A'or. There's another example there as well, but we're just looking at this one. A'or, I will curse. 12, 7. Chapter 12, verse 7, Eten. 10 means give. Eten, I will give. Eten et ha'aretz hazois. I will give this land. So these are examples where you can guide the child to look at that chapter, that verse. You've got the whole list here on page 170, up to the first 18 chapters of Bereshis, which are plenty of examples for the child to look for. Initially, you can let them look for the examples in their color-coded chumash, so it's much easier for the child to find. And then you work to have them look in a regular chumash, not color-coded, where they still have to find those examples. Okay, so we're up to the next prefix in the future tense red banner. Yud, he will, yud, he will. So for the he will, we've got a H for he, and the arrow, of course, again is going in the direction of the text not yet read, so that's the future. Yud, he will, yud, he will. In the case of the red banner, you've got prefixes and suffixes, like ta'i and ta'u, ta'na, etc. Otherwise, they're prefixes. Aleph, I will, yud, he will, nun, we will. These are all prefixes. So if you're having a child who's having difficulty understanding the function and how the letter at the front or at the back of the word adjusts the meaning, so a symbol can very much help the association. So the h as he may help some children. So you don't have to use the symbols, but there are children who actually find it easier to understand the function of the parts of speech. Yud, he will, yud, he will. Immediately go to Chumash and find examples of where yud in front of a verb means he will. 1:3, chapter 1, verse 3. Vayomer Elokim yehi haya have yeh haya was, yehi will be. Let there be light. There will be light, literally. 1:6, chapter 1, verse 6. The verse says, Vayomer Elokim yehi rakia. Let there be a firmament in the sky. Chapter 2, verse 19. Vayave el Adam lir'ois ma yikra loy. So Hashem brought each of the individual animals before Adam to see ma yikra loy, what will he call it? Kara, he called. Yikra, he will call. What will he call it? What he will call it. So yud in front of a word means he will. Tell the children to look at verse 3 in chapter 9. The word yihya, will be, it will be, or he will be. So whenever a yud is in front of a word, it means he will. And these are all examples. You've got about 30 examples on page 172. Moving forward, nun we will, nun we will. Here you've got the nun, there's a little division over here, and then you've got the arrow. So the most common example of we will is na'aseh v'nishma. We will do and we will listen or understand. So that's the most famous example probably. Na'aseh v'nishma. Na'aseh. Aseh, he did. Na'aseh, we will do. Next one is ya'u. Ya'u is they will. So here you've got ya'u they will, ya'u they will. So like one person is one downstroke, they is going to be two downstrokes, arrow going in the point in the direction of the text not yet read. Ya'u they will. Immediately send the children to examples in Chumash, where again on page 175, you can direct the children to lots of examples where ya'u, obviously the blank is referring to where you put the verb, means they will. So in chapter 1, verse 9, you've got Vayom Elokim yikavu hamayim mitachas hashamayim, where Hashem says, yikavu. Kaveh means collect. Yikavu, they will collect the waters beneath the heavens. Chapter 1, verse 20. Yishrutsu. Sheretz means creepy crawler. Yishrutsu, they will crawl, or they will swarm. You've got in chapter 6, verse 19, where it says, Umikol hachai, mikol basa, shenayim, mikol tavi el hateva, lahachayos itach. Bring every living creature to the teva to live with you. Zacha unekeva, male and female. Yehyu, they will be. So yehu, they will be. 6:20, chapter 6, verse 20. You have the word yavayu. Va means come. Yavayu, they will come. Yehu with the vase aleph in the middle. 8:22. Yishbaisu, they will rest. 12:12, chapter 12, verse 12. V'haya ki yir'u Isach, and it will be when they will see you. When Avram was speaking to Sarah about saying that she's just his sister, he said, when they will see you, they will want to take you and marry you, so tell them you're my sister. V'haya ki yir'u, when they will see you. Oitach is you, yir'u, they will see. Chapter 15, verse 14, Yetz'u, they will go out. Chapter 15, verse 16, Yashuvu, they will return. Shuv means return. Yashuvu, they will return. 17:6, chapter 17, verse 6, Yetz'u, they will go out. So you have all these examples in the Chumash which you can send the children to. When they are ready, at the end of each one of these examples on the red banner, you will then send them to Rabbi Winder's workbook, where they can do the exercises in workbook Gimel. Here's the workbook Gimel. And they will send them to the exercises on pages 1 through 8, which they will be ready for because they know the items on the red banner. So moving forward, we'll go to Ta, which means you will, and it can also mean she will. Taf, you will, taf, you will. It can also mean she will. This will be our symbol for she will. You will. You will is obvious because it's just you with the arrow going in the direction of the text not yet read. So you got ta, you will, ta, you will. And it can also mean she will. How will you know which one it is? S for she, and then you've got the arrow, the red arrow. S actually is in pink, if you can tell. And you're going to see there's very few examples of where it means she will. We're going to look at that right away. So ta, you will, ta, you will. Send the children immediately to the Chumash. Chapter 2, verse 16. Vayitzav Hashem Elokim al ha'adam. And Hashem commanded upon man, Lemo, saying, Mikol eitz hagan oichel, toichel. Now we're up to ta'i. Ta'i you will, ta'i you will. Ta'i is for feminine singular. So the you is in pink, and the arrow is going in the direction of the text not yet read. Ta'i you will. And immediately we send the children to Chumash to find examples where ta'i means you will. So on page 178, you've got all 4 examples in the entire Chumash Bereshis where ta'i is you will. So you don't have to drive them too crazy because it's really not that frequent. But in Perek Gimel, the first example, Perek Gimel, Pasuk Tez Zayin, you will find El Ha'isha Amar, Hashem said to the lady, referring of course to Chava, Harbe arbe itzvoinech, I will exceedingly increase your pain, veheroinech, and your pregnancy, be'etzev, and with anguish, with difficulty, with pain, and here's the key word, teledi vanim, you will give birth to children. So teled means you will give birth, but teledi is referring specifically to an isha. feminine. So that's one example. Chapter 16, verse 8 is the next example. Vayomer, and he said, referring to the Malach who spoke to Hagar, Vayomer Hagar shifrat Sarai, ei mizevas, from where are you coming? Va'ana telechi, and where will you go? To telechi, you will go. I'm going to shoot for the fourth example. You can check out the third one. You'll find it in chapter 19, verse 20. The fourth example is in chapter 20, verse 13. Vayikasher hitu oisi elokim mi beis avi va'omer la zeh hastech. This is going to be your kindness. Asher ta'asi, you will do. Asher, that ta'asi, you will do. So this is Yitzhak speaking to Rivka, asking her to say that you're my sister. Ta'asi, you will do. So asay is he did. Ta'asi, you will do. Ta'i, you will. Feminine. This is all on page 178, and you'll see there it refers you to Unit 4 of Rabbi Winder's workbook Gimel, which are pages 57 through 61, for the children to do exercises where you'll find ta'i over there. And now we're ready for understanding how tough on its own can also mean she will. Here's our pink letter for she will. And again, there are actually only 4 examples in Chumash Bereishis up to the end of Lech Lecha. So for example, look at chapter 1, verse 24. Vayomer Elokim toitzeh haaretz nefesh chaya. The land, it should or it will give out living beings. Toitzeh means it will, in reference to feminine singular. Chapter 17, verse 17, and it says, V'im Sarah havas tishim shana. 1 second, Sarah is 90 years old. Teled manim, is she going to give birth to children? So Teled means she will. Teled, she will. 17:21, chapter 17, verse 21, the last example, Ves brisi akim es Yitzhak. I'm going to keep my covenant, my agreement with Yitzhak. Asher Teled lecha Sarah, which Sarah will give birth to you. She will. Teled, she will give birth for you. L'moed hazeh, at this season. B'shana acheres, the next year. So Teled, she will give birth. Ta'u, you will. Ta'u, you will. Ta'u, again, the blank in the middle means that's where the verb is going to go. Ta'u means you will, masculine plural. So our symbol for ta'u is this one over here. You've got 2 U's because that's plural, and the arrow going in the direction of the text not yet read. So it's ta'u, you will. Examples of that you find on page 179. Again, there are not that many examples. We've only actually got 4 examples in the first 20 prakim. That's half of Chumash Bereishis. So for example, you will find umipi ha'etz asher b'toich hagan amar Elokim lo toichlu mimenu. Lo toichlu, you will not eat. Chapter 3, verse 4, timusun, you will die. 19:7, chapter 19, verse 7, tareu. So, vayomer al nat achai tareu. This is light asking the mob outside his house, and he says, al na, please don't, achai, my brothers, tareu, which literally means you will be evil. So please don't be evil by doing this evil thing, by taking my guests. Don't do this evil thing by taking my guests and abusing them. So tareu, from the word Lashon Ra, which means to do bad, tareu, you will be evil, you will be bad. Chapter 19, verse 8, ta'asu. Katov beinechem rak la'anashim ma'el, al ta'asu dava. Al, don't, ta'asu, you will do anything bad to them. Don't do anything bad to them. Ta'asu, you will do. So those are the only 4 examples. Straight away tell the children go to Unit 2 in Rabbi Winder's workbook Gimel, pages 19 to 28, and got lots of exercises to do there. So the last example is Tana. You don't have to drive the kids crazy about this example. It has 2 possible meanings. It can either mean you plural, and because of the pink here, you know that it's you plural feminine, or they plural feminine, because of the 2 strokes which are both pink, and the red arrow on both sides tells me it's in the future tense. Now Tana, which is you will or they will, feminine plural, have no examples whatsoever in the entire Chumash Bereishis. If you turn to page 180 in your teacher's manual, you will notice that the only three examples I give you there are the only three examples where you do find tana, but because of the vav hipuch, it actually means that it's future tense changed to past tense. So it actually doesn't mean you will, it means you did, or they did instead of they will. And there are hardly any examples throughout the rest of Chumash. So don't drive the kids crazy on that one, but that is the last part of the red banner. Now that you've taught the red banner to the children, and every single time you teach a new prefix suffix of the red banner, you go straight away inside Chumash, give them the color-coded Chumash, which you have for the children. Each kid should have their own one. Reference where to find the examples of each prefix suffix in the color-coded Chumash. Then graduate to the regular Chumash. Activities, and this is the important part, the activities the children should be playing with is, number one, you've got the control cards. So control cards for the red banner, in this nice red box, you've got Aleph. Control means the child can figure out on the back, it has the answer, I will. Aleph, I will. Aleph, I will. Yud, he will. Yud, he will. So you've got the Yud and the blank, so over here will be Shema. Yishma, he will listen. Or Yidaber, he will speak. Yud, he will. Nun, we will. Are you sure it's nun, we will? Check the back. Oh, good, it's nun, we will. Nun, we will. Taf, you will, she will. Check it on the back. Taf, you will, she will. Ta'u, you will. Ta'u, you will. Tana, you will, they will. Tana, you will, they will. So these are the control cards. So the kids could play a team game where one team has 3 cards, another team maybe has 4. So one team pulls up a card, the member of the other team has to say what it is and check by showing did they get it right. And then it's the other team's turn, and they will check by turning it over. So this is a control pack. Then you have the sorting cards. The sorting cards are very similar to the control pack. For the red banner, you've got Aleph, but it's blank on the other side. Yud, he will, blank. Nun, we will, blank. Ya, they will, blank. Taf, you will, can be she will. Ta, you will, feminine singular. Ta, they will. Ta-na, you will, they will. Then you've got all the possible English equivalents. And you will play, initially, you will play match memory. So you'll turn them over. And 2 or 3 children can play at a time. Shimon, you go first. Ya'u. I think Ya'u's they will. Okay, see. Is Ya'u I will? No, it's not. Okay, so turn it over. What is I will, Shimon? It's an Aleph. Good. Chaim, you'll go. Oh, good. Chaim, very good. You got a pair. Aleph, I will. Now let's say Shimon says, no, that's not a pair. So what do? Easy. Go to the control check card and check it. Oh, Aleph is I will. Yeah, you got it right. Very good. So they'll play match memory games. They can also play Go Fish with these cards. There's not a lot of cards to play Go Fish over here. But as you're going to see soon, once you combine these with the previous banner sorting cards, there's plenty of cards to play Go Fish. Combining the banners. So that's the sorting cards. Another activity, as you will recall, are the string wraps. Aleph means I will, so you've got to find I will. Oh, there it is. Yud is the next one. Yud is he will. Let's see if we can find he will. Where's he will? Oh, there's he will. Good. Next one is nun. What does nun in front of a word mean? Oh, I think nun means we will. Okay, can you find me we will? Where's we will? There's we will. Okay, good. Ya'u. Ya'u is they will? Good. You found it. What's tough mean? Could mean you will or she will, so I'll go there. Okay. Ta-e. That's you will feminine. Okay, try that. Ta-na. Oh, you will, they will. And ta'u, that's also you will. Okay. Now, how do you know if you got it right? They just turn it over, and if it matches all the lines, then they know they got it correct. Another way of doing Chazara, remember the main learning is really Chazara. Another way of reviewing is we can play with the dice. So we'll take the red die. Oh, nun lands, nun I think means we will. So you have to get the right answer. If you're not sure, you'll look at the control pack and look for nun and check it out. Oh, we will? Very good. Shimon's turn. Oh, it landed on Yud. Yud means he will. You're not sure? Check it over here. Oh yeah, Yud is he will. Very good. Menachem. Ta'i, you will. Very good. Which ya'u does it mean? Oh, it means you feminine singular. Check it out. Here's ta'i. Yes, you will. Feminine singular. Very good. Chaim landed on Aleph. What's Aleph? Oh, Rebbe, that's easy. Aleph means I will. Very good. Yes, you got it right. These are different examples of how the child will be doing Chazara, review, in order to really get it into their brain, all the different prefix suffixes of the red banner. The next example are the Yedids, the fortune tellers. Here's the Yedids for the red banner. And if you can get your adult fingers beneath the folds, excuse me. So let's play Gematria. Chaim, Lamed Zayin. You chose Lamed Zayin? Okay, what's Lamed Zayin? 37. Good. So I'm not going to go 37 times. I'll do 7. I'll do always the last letter. So it's Zayin 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Chaim, choose one of these. Yud. Okay. What does Yud mean? He will. Okay, let's flip it over. Good, you got it right. He will. Now it's my turn. I'll choose a Gematria Lamed Gimel, 33. Oh, so I'll go 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'll do Aleph. That's easy. I will. I knew that. Yes, I got it right. And then you pass it back to Menachem until you finish the whole red banner Yedids. So these are just simple ways to keep doing more and more Chazara of the same. And then the children will really be thoroughly familiar with all the previous suffixes on the red banner. Now over to the blue banner, the past tense. Sorry, past tense. Welcome to the blue banner. Blue banner is the past tense. What we're going to do is sing the blue banner, and then we're going to identify the symbols for each one. Very similar to the red banner symbols for the future tense, only the color obviously is blue instead of red, and the arrow is in the direction of the text already written, already read, because that's the past. It happened already. So then we will look at psukim that represent the function of each one of these. And then we will look at the yedids and the dice and the string wraps, the different materials used for reinforcing and reviewing the same again and again. So all the items on the blue banner are suffixes. They are found at the end, soif, suf. Soif suffixes, they're fixed at the end of a word. You'll find them at the end of a word. So T means it's right at the end of a word. So for example, kasav, he wrote. Kasav T, I wrote. So a symbol for T, I did is the same as the future tense in the other direction, color coded to the blue banner. So you've got one downstroke for one person, that's me, I. And it's did, oh, it's pointing in the direction of the text already written, already read. Oh, so it's happened, it's the past, the past. So T, I did, he did. You've got the H again for he, direction of the arrow, going in the past. No, we did. Got the nun, and the arrow going in the past. They did. Oh, they did. You did or she did. Ta, you did. Ta, you did. Tem, you did. Ten, you did. So one downstroke means I did. So for example, kasav ti, I wrote. Kasav, he wrote. Nichtav, we wrote. Kasavnu, they wrote. Kasva, she wrote. Katavta, you wrote. And it's one you, so you know it's singular. Happened already. And because it's in the blue and it's not pink, obviously must be for a boy. So kasavta, kasavt. Oh, it's K'tavta. Oh, so you've got the pink U, so you know it's singular feminine. Kasavtem, you plural masculine. Kasavten, you plural feminine. So you've got the control chart, the bookmark, which you can use for all the banners, and it's got all the answers. Every child should really have one of them on their desk or wherever they're learning, or they can reference it so they can double check. It's not a cheat sheet. They can look at this as many times as they need to till they don't need it anymore, and that's exactly what will happen, because the over-familiarity means they can drop this, and that's the whole idea with, they don't need to know these. These are just a heichatimsa, a way to get into remembering the function of each one of these letters. One downstroke, oh, I did. Oh, he did, yeah. Nun, we did, etc. They did, she did, you did, you did, you did, you did. The kids will drop these, their brain won't need it anymore. And then they'll be just focusing on the function of the word inside the text. Kasvu, they wrote. Kasavnu, we wrote, etc. So let's move forward to the control cards. You've got control cards for all of these. Kasavti. T means I did. Good. Kasav, he did. Very good. Kasavnu, we wrote. Good. Kasvu, they wrote. Good. Kasva, she wrote, or it, if it's a singular item, which is feminine. Kasavta, kasavt, you wrote, masculine singular. You wrote, feminine singular. Then kasavtem and kasavten. And they're all, of course, clear on the back which one it is. Once you've got the children understanding how each one of these are, you, of course, want to send them immediately with each one that you teach straight into Chumash for examples of where they will find them. That you will find on page 186, Bereshis Perek Aleph Pasuk Chavtes, chapter 1, verse 29. Vayom Elokim hine nasati lachem. Hashem says to them, behold, I have given you. Nasati, I gave already. I have given you. I gave you. Chapter 3, verse 10. Vayom eskeelecha shamati. So Adam, when he was frightened by Hashem's wind going through Gan Eden, and was asked why you embarrassed, he said, I heard your voice. Shamati, koilecha shamati. Your voice I heard. Shamati, I heard. Chapter 3, verse 17. Siviticha. Siviti means I commanded. Siviticha, I commanded you. Chapter 4, verse 9. Yadati. Yada, no. Yadati, I knew. Chapter 6, verse 7, Barasi, I created. Chapter 6, verse 7 again, another example, Nechamti, I regretted. Chapter 7, verse 4, Umachisi, and I erased. Chapter 8, verse 21, Asisi, I did. Asa did, Asisi, I did. So you can send the children to examples using page 186 for referencing where they'll find these examples. And then at the bottom of page 187, you'll see their reference of where to go in workbook Dalet of Rabbi Winder's workbook number 4, where we'll deal with the blue banner, past tense, and we'll send you for the specific examples of T, I did, on pages 3 and 4. Then you'll go to page 188, where you're going to teach the he did, and you've got there a full graph of, I would say, about 40 examples where almost every verb, bara, he created, kara, he called, asa, he made, matzah, he found, haya, he was, or it was, ama, he said, yada, he knew, yalad, he gave birth, etc. So there's lots and lots of examples where you can send the children in the color-coded Chumash to find examples of he did something. And once they're finished with the color-coded Chumash, you can send them to the regular Chumash, which is not color-coded, and now they still have to find examples of just the 3-root word for he did. Moving on to nun for we did, you'll find on page 190 lots of examples. So, chapter 26, verse 22, Vayomer ki ata hirchiv Hashem lanu ufarinu va'aretz, and we multiplied on the land. You'll notice that there are no examples in the first 25 prakim. of the entire Chumash Bereshis of nu, which means we did. So chapter 26, verse 28, you'll find Vayom ra'ay ra'inu, we saw. Go to chapter 26, verse 32, where it says Matzanu, we found, in reference to we found water, Matzanu mayim. Chapter 29, verse 8, V'hishkinu, and we gave to drink. Chapter 32, verse 7, Banu, we came. 37, 32, Matzanu, we found. Then page 191, moving forward, you've got they did. Example, Shartsu, they swarmed. That's chapter 1, verse 21. Chapter 4, verse 6, Naflu, they fell. Chapter 7, verse 9. You've got the word Ba'u, they came. Chapter 7, verse 10. Hayu, they were. So all those examples you will find on page 191 of the manual, and at the bottom you'll see it says go to unit 3 in Rabbi Winder's book Daled, and go to pages 35 through 46 for examples where u means they did. Moving to page 192, you've got examples where means she did or it did or was, and you've got lots of examples there in the first 22 chapters of Bereshis. So for example, you've got chapter 4, verse 22, Gam hi yalda, she also gave birth. So she gave birth is yalda. Chapter 8, verse 14, Yavsha, it dried. Yavsha haaretz, so it dried, and it's feminine singular. Chapter 20, verse 5, Gam hi amra, she also said. So amra is here, she said. 21, verse 9, Yalda, she gave birth. 22, verse 20, Yalda, she gave birth again. So these are a number of examples, and then at the bottom of page 192, it tells you to go to unit 2 in Rabbi Winder's book Daled for exercises on pages 14 through 32 of where means she did or it did. Moving to page 193, you got all the examples where ta means you did, masculine singular. So chapter 3, verse 12, Nasata, you gave. Chapter 3, verse 14, Asisa, you did. Chapter 3, verse 17, Shamata, you heard. Chapter 3, verse 19, Lukachta, you took. You've got lots of examples there. Dibarta, chapter 19, verse 21, you spoke. Many examples of Asita, Ra'ita, you saw. You'll find all these examples on page 193. Moving to 194, you see where the word ta means you did, feminine singular. And there's only actually 2 examples in the entire Bereshis. Vayem Hashem Elokim, chapter 3, verse 13, Hashem said, La'isha, to the woman, Ma zois asis, what is this you have done? So there the ta at the end means you. And as you have done, literally over here. Chapter 18, verse 15, Vatikahesh Sarah, Sarah denied Lemor, saying, Lo sahakti, I did not laugh, ki yarea, because she was afraid, Vayomer, and he said, Loi, no, it's not true, ki sahakti, you did laugh. So sahakta means you laughed, and that's feminine singular. Page 194, you've got examples now of tem, you or your masculine plural. V'halachtem, and you went. Chapter 19, verse 2. V'halachtem, and you went. Chapter 32, verse 21. V'amartem, and you said. Chapter 42, verse 7. Batem, you came. Chapter 42, verse 9. Batem is there again. Okay, we're up to the very last one, 10, which means you did for feminine plural. There are only 3 examples in Chumash Shemais, none in Bereshis whatsoever, and there are actually only a total of 4 examples in the entire Chumash. So don't drive your kids crazy on the 10 part of it. But one example, for example, is chapter 2, verse 18 in Shemais. Madua meharten, why have you hurried? Meharten, you hurried, from the word maher. So meharten, you hurried. That was Yisro asking his daughters, how come you came back home early today? You came back quickly. Meharten, you came quickly. So go to unit 1 in Rabbi Winder's workbook Daled for exercises on 10, and you will find them pages 1 through 13. And we are now done the blue banner. Obviously, you want the children to do a lot of chazara of the suffixes on the blue banner. Remember, they're all suffixes on the blue banner. You've got workbook Dalet for them to do actual exercises. You've got the control cards. You also have the sorting cards, which is the same as all the other sorting cards, only it's for the blue banner. And there you've got T, no, O, and it's blank on the other side. You'll play match memory, you'll turn them over, you'll play go fish. You can combine these with the red banner if the children are up to it, and this way they'll be playing match memory, go fish, other games, team games. Then you've also got the dice for the blue banner. You'll throw a die, tem, O-U, masculine plural, ten, you feminine plural, T, I did, tem, you did again, T, you did, singular for feminine, T again, ten, you did, feminine plural, etc. So you've got the blue dice, no, we did, landed on no again, we did, etc. If it lands on a square, you know to say it's the verb. Bara, he created, Amar, he said, Shama, he guarded, etc. And then you have the Yedids. You got blue Yedids here for the blue banner. So we'll break it in, get our fingers underneath the flaps, and we're ready to play the Yedids. So, Chaim, you go first. Choose a gematria. Rebbe, Mem Dalet. Okay, what's Mem Dalet? 44. Very good. Okay, I'm not going to go 44 times. I'll just do the Dalet part of Mem Dalet. 1, 2, 3, 4, or Aleph, Beis, Gimel, Dalet. Okay, choose a word. Choose a suffix. Rebbe, I think I'm going to choose nu. Okay, what is nu? We did. Are you sure? Good. We, very good. Ooh, they did. Very good. Do you want to choose another one? No, Rebbe, it's your turn. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Ta. Oh, you did. Very good. Tem. You. Very good. Ten. You. T. I did. Good. I. So you'll play lots of games. And then, of course, you've got the string wraps for the blue banner. So here's the string wrap. You'll start always from the left side over here. Facing you, it's the right side. Facing me, it's the right side. But it's actually the left side of the card. So T is I did. That's easy enough. No. I think that was we did. Okay. O. That's they did. Are you sure? Well, you can always check with the... Let's find where was it? Ooh. Let me check with ooh. Ah, here's ooh. They did. Oh, yeah, got it right. Okay. Ooh is they did. Oh, it's right there. She did. Ta, you. Very good. Ta, you. Tem, you plural for males. Ten, you plural for females. This is an interesting card. Looks like they're all the same. Well, let's double check. Whee! We got it all right. Okay, now you know you got it right. So there are some cards like this, not many. So lots of games where the children are going to play where they are constantly chazering, constantly reinforcing all the prefixes and suffixes that are on their bookmark, their coded bookmark. The purpose of all this is to graduate, move forward into looking at real text and being able to break a word down and see the word shamar in the middle means he guarded, ushmartem, and you guarded. Oh, so they'll understand tem means you, plural for male. So they'll be able to break the word down. The vav means you, shama, guard, and tem, you. So you guarded. They're going to be able to break down a vast majority of words in Chumash because they know all the major 46 prefixes and suffixes. And with that, you're giving them an enormous ability to have translatability, if there is such a word, of approximately 81% of the entire Chumash. That's a pretty good deal. Hatzlacha Rabbah in your application of these materials.